Hello there, and thank you for clicking on this video. As you can see by the title, we are gonna react to this video from Simon Pegg, a British actor that I'm not that familiar with, but apparently he has a very bad opinion on the Star Wars fandom. Apparently, yet again, we are all toxic and we just hate diversity and we hate everything inclusive and yeah, that's not true. As you all know, every same person on this planet knows that this is not true. And I guess I just want to watch the video and I just want to react to what exactly he said. But I bet it's not gonna be something smart because none of them ever say something smart. It's always the same thing, and I'm just a bit tired of it. Let's see if I can make the quality a bit worse actually, so it doesn't glitches. But let's see what's up. Let's see what he says.
Who have you found is the hardest fans to please when you're like jumping into the franchises between Doctor Who,
Yeah.
Star Trek, Star Wars? I mean, these are people who take these licenses very seriously.
To be honest, and
So licenses, these are stories that we all love and cherish. So Star Wars, Star Trek, I never was a big fan of Star Trek, but Doctor Who and Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, these are stories. They're not licenses. These are huge franchises that we all love and cherish and want to respect. And not one fan would call Star Wars just a license. It it it, it sounds so fake and artificial, and I don't know, guys. It's so stupid. But let's continue.
as someone who kind of was, kicked off about the prequels and when they came out, the Star Wars fan base really seems to be the most kind of toxic at the moment. I'm probably being very controversial to say that. I mean, I'm out of it now. I'm not. I don't sort of.
So he says he's very controversial to shit on the Star Wars fans. Everyone are shitting. He's not. He thinks that he's standing out by calling out the Star Wars fans, but he's literally repeating what every other mainstream media person is saying. He's like, I'm probably am controversial for saying that. No, you're not. You're literally saying what everyone else are saying who want to be liked by the mainstream people and by Twitter. Wow.
I've apologized for the things I said about, Jar Jar Binks, because of course there was a fucking actor involved
Yeah.
there, and he was getting a lot of flack, and it wasn't a camp rabbit; it was a human being,
Right.
and because it got a lot of hate, he suffered, and
He
I feel
did.
terrible about being part of that. In Spaced, in our comedy show, my character was always ragging on those films, but really that was just me talking about how much I didn't like them. But like, I find the Star Trek fans have always been very inclusive. Star Trek's about diversity. It has been since 1966. It always was. There's
Okay.
no sort of like,
Yeah.
oh, you're suddenly being woke now. Star Trek was woke from the beginning.
Yeah.
You had a Japanese.
So
Nav-
woke and diverse and inclusive are two different things, in my opinion. Woke is just a term that we've been using for the last few years to describe people that are just, I guess, using diversity and inclusiveness and all of these things as a way to show, oh look, I'm a better human being than you because I'm not criticizing Star Wars and you're criticizing it because it has apparently just now Star Wars has diversity. uh, let's continue. I don't know.
navigator just after the Second World War. There was a black woman on the deck in a position of authority. This is massively progressive. Star Wars, suddenly there's a little bit more diversity, and everyone's
Suddenly are you suddenly wow. I mean, he just talked about the prequels. One of the main characters is Mace Windu. So let's talk about the main characters of the prequels. Obi-Wan, yes, a British guy. Wait, is Ewan McGregor British? Think so. So he's English or whatever. Then you have Liam Neeson, who was in one of the movies, who is again a main character, an Irish guy. Anakin Skywalker, an American, and then you have Yoda, who is an alien, and then you have Padme, who is a woman, right? And then you have Mace Windu, and you have Plo Koon. That was his name, right? He's again an alien. Like there were so many aliens. It wasn't just this race or this race. It was everything. And then you go back in time, right? You have Lando Calrissian, right? You have Leia, who is a woman, who was a very feminine woman, by the way. She wasn't just a badass warrior or whatever. She was very feminine while being badass, and this is rare nowadays. And actually, going back forward, you have Ahsoka, who is a character of color. I actually, when I first started watching Clone Wars, I never even noticed that she was darker than the rest. For me, she was just, you're a character. Like, I don't view characters by their ethnicity or color or whatever. And these people, they're just so obsessed. And the fact that he's saying that suddenly Star Wars has diversity, that is crazy. That is crazy. Back in the day, George Lucas handled, I guess, characters of colors with respect. While you do have Finn, who is a main character. Well, he wasn't the main character because he was just a clown there. He was there to scream Rey. The one main character of color was handled awfully by the story. I think that Finn is the most beloved characters from the sequels. I think that Finn has the most had the most potential. I think he had the best story. I think that he was the best actor. I think that he had the biggest passion. He really wanted to be in Star Wars, but properly. In The Force Awakens, I rewatched that movie a year ago. I watched the whole sequels again. It was bad, but Finn, he stood out the most in The Force Awakens. In The Last Jedi, parody. In the third one, The Rise of Skywalker, just there. And then you have Poe, who is, I think he's ethnically a Latino. I mean, he didn't have anything to do. So why does it matter that he is a Latino, that he is not white? I mean, he's okay. Anyways, it it's so stupid. Like you put characters in there because of their skin color or their gender, and then you do nothing of purpose with them, nothing good with them. They're just there to be funny. It's stupid. And to say that just now Star Wars has inclusivity, like I cannot believe it. I really can't. Like James Earl Jones, the iconic voice of Darth Vader is, I mean, black. And the son of Ice Cube, that's a different thing. But the son of Ice Cube, a few months ago, because he's in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, he wrote something on Twitter like, "Wait for them to find out that the voice of Darth Vader is black." We know that. Are you stupid? We know that, and we love him. And actually, actors are being treated way better by the fans than by Lucasfilm. Like Lucasfilm never wishes James Earl Jones a happy birthday. Not that that's a big deal, and not that James Earl Jones is crying somewhere because of that. But just no. I mean, you had a badass woman in the face of Gina Carano, Cara Dune, and what did Disney do? What did Lucasfilm do? They shit on her. For what? For literally nothing. So, okay, you have a bit more, I guess, diverse actors. You have Pedro Pascal, who, again, I think his ethnicity is, again, from Latin America. And what did you do with them? Nothing. Nothing of purpose. Well, you have Mace Windu, who is deeply respected by all of us. You have James Earl Jones. You have Billy D. Williams. You have Ahsoka Tano. You have so many people. Now you have Rosario Dawson, who again she's a very good Ahsoka. You also have Giancarlo Esposito, who is Moff Gideon. Have you ever heard one person complaining that he's in Star Wars? No. Have you heard people complaining about Rosario Dawson being in Star Wars? No. You did hear people complaining about Reva because she was a bad character, but no one is attacking her personally. Yes, you do have a few hate comments, but every actor, every famous person, every person with some kind of influence, and every person on the internet in the spotlight gets hate comments. That doesn't mean that the Star Wars fandom is toxic. I don't know how many times I have to repeat this, but it's let's continue with this video because he has still 10 more seconds to talk shit.
Kicking off about it, and it's really sad, you know.
Oh, okay. So that's it. It's really sad. So yeah, Star Wars fans hate inclusivity, of course. Let's check out the comments. I'm actually pretty surprised that it's all ratioed. Yeah, and actually yesterday I went to film this video and it had like 900 views, but now a day later it has almost 2,000 views. I guess people are just waking up to this video. And I mean, I don't think it's anything out of importance. I think it's super important to talk about this, but I don't know, it just got me mad. It really got me mad. But so let's check out the comments. Star Wars was always inclusive until Lucasfilm and their friends in geek news pushed false flag stories about racism against the Black Stormtrooper or the damseling of Daisy Ridley, Kelly Mary Tran, and now Moses Ingram. Lucasfilm created the fandom menace, but before that, there were the prequels haters. So Peck is right, but not for the reasons he puts forward. I think the Lucasfilm just creates a lot of false narrative, and it's sad. So people are actually, I guess, I guess people are agreeing with him. Wow. Yeah, so the outrage reactions to Simon's comments only prove his point. You've never been a toxic. If you've never been toxic, you would know this doesn't apply to you. It does apply to everyone because when they talk about the Star Wars fandom, the Star Wars fans in general, I mean, if you consider yourself a fan, then you would be included in that. And it's always everybody. It's never we condemn. We know that, for example, if Lucasfilm comes out and says uh there are a few bad comments and we disown those people, but we still, I don't know, we're still grateful for the support we get from the bigger part because we know that, you know, it's just a few people. It's not everybody. Wow, okay. But yeah, I think people actually agree with that. So I tolerate the newest films, especially Rogue One, which became one of his aims, but don't express my hate attacking the actors. Literally, no one was attacking the actors. And yes, people are complaining. Make 50 billion 10-hour analysis video telling me why The Last Jedi non-scoped your family and stole your bedrock or whatever. I don't care. Just don't attack the actors. Literally, no one attacked the actors. But okay. Wow. And then you have it. I'm gonna end this on this. I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate, and you get a like from me, my friend. Yeah. Oh, okay. Actually, another good comment because I didn't expect that so many people are gonna be like, yeah, you're right, Simon Pegg. Like, wow. People really do think that. Okay, anyways, no one is complaining about diversity in Star Wars. What they're complaining about is bad storytelling and the horrible decisions being made by the Disney Corporation, such as firing Gina Carano for no reason and calling fans racist when they're poorly written, poorly planned movies and television shows a fail. Exactly. You create crap, you get a backlash. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say about this. Wow, this video got 15 minutes long, but I I don't know what else to say really. It's really sad. This doesn't make me not want to, like Star Wars. I will always love Star Wars, and I don't care what people call the fandom. I guess I do care because I'm making this video, but I'm just trying to make a bigger point in this. Like, just stop letting the mainstream narrative, guide your thoughts and your impressions of things, and just make up your own mind. You say people like Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic and Moeller, like they're a getaway to the right, to the alt right. Wow, that's so stupid. Yeah, like you never paid attention to them in any way, shape, or form. And it's all just Twitter. Like, I guess people that hate on Star Wars fans and want to be part of the mainstream narrative, they just want to feel as part of something that has power. Because when people feel like they have power, even though it's just virtual power, like you're on your screen, like you're behind a laptop, a computer, or behind your phone, and you're like, yes, let's take them out, let's take them down, or let's fire Gina Carano or whatever, and you feel powerful, and this gives you like all the right, I don't know, like boost, like what was the hormones that make you, happy, adrenaline, and you're like powerful, and you're like, yes, I can do anything, I can fire anyone, and you feel you have this sense of power that is just, this can go in a day, and it will go away at some point, because I'm a very positive person, and I think that this will change at some point. But f off, fuck off. I'm just gonna say it, like, fuck off, really, because wow. Just now Star Wars has inclusivity. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, Star Wars has inclusivity, has diversity, equality, all of those things. Like Leia, Padme, great women. Like, Clone Wars had so many characters that were badass, and most of them were actually alien. And there's this meme on the internet, like Lucasfilm or Disney committed like genocide with the sequels, because out of nowhere you have no alien species. Most of them are just human. And it's like, yeah, because Lucasfilm nowadays doesn't have anything, one creative bone in their body. Sad, it's sad. But cheers, that's water, guys. I don't drink alcohol, but cheers to that. And yeah, may the force be with you, and let's see what the future holds. But don't let people navigate your own thoughts. Don't let them use you, because you are your own person, and you should be making up your own mind. And that is the truth, guys and girls. So yeah, do let me know down below what do you think of this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and may the force be with this video. Bye.